got sent in a car charger from Alxum. A-L-X-U-M. Alxum. I think I pronounced it right. They're the same ones who sent me that 10-port USB house charger, which was really great, and they asked me to do a review on this as well. This is a 3-port car charger, but the difference is it has two 2.4 amp ports on the bottom two for like an iPad or a phablet, something that pulls a lot of regular power. But it also has this little green port on top, which is QC3.0 available. And it comes with a box, which unfortunately, I tried taking it camping with me. I was going to do a review then, but it rained the whole time, and consequently the box kind of got a little wet. So it came in much better condition before I actually got it. But at least we can get all the information off the back of it real quick. And it comes with probably a 3-foot micro USB cable, and of course the unit itself. And just initially, this thing's heavier than most ones I've read, so I'm definitely going to try to open this one up at the end of the video and see what's in here, because it's got some heft to it for a little car charger. But it's getting a little too warm outside, and I don't think anyone wants to see me as a big sweat bag in a car testing this out. So for today, we're going to use the benchtop power supply set to 12 volts with a cigarette lighter adapter. So let's move the camera on over to the bench and see what we can do with this unit. Okay, so it says it's a 42 watt 3-port USB smart car charger. It can take 12 to 24 volt power input and supports up to 5 volt 2.4 amps on the lower two charging ports. The QC3 port, it can handle 3.6 to 5 volts at 2 amps, 5.2 volts to 9 volts at 2 amps, and 9.2 to 12 volts at 1.5 amps. It says it has protection of overcharging, overvoltage, overheating, and short circuit. Total power output 42 watts. Now here's an interesting little thing which I saw because I've been testing this for a week so far. With LED light. The green light for quick charging, blue light for normal charging. Now the LED changes color when you're using the QC port. If you're just using the other two bottom ones, it stays blue. So it only turns green when you're quick charging out of the QC3 port. I've noticed that. One charging port with Qualcomm Quick Charge 3.0, and we'll be testing it today with my Samsung S7 Active, which supports Qualcomm 2.0. Back to the box. And let's see here. Which allows certain Qualcomm Snapdragon-based devices to charge up to 4 times faster than devices that use conventional charging methods. Power output will automatically change required by device. Okay, I guess that's all the pertinent information out of it. The rest of the box, it just shows the front again. Yeah, 142 watt 3-port, 1 micro USB, and 1 user manual. Yeah, that's the end of the box. That's the end of it. So we have it plugged into. Let's zoom out of here. Get some more room here. Okay, so I got plugged into my 12 volt outlet. I don't have it powered up yet. Let's turn on the power supply and give it power. And you'll see you got a nice little blue light as it has power, and it's happy. So I got my S7 Active right here. So let's unscrew this. This is the cable it came with, and actually it's probably 2.5 feet, maybe 3 feet, but it is definitely a thicker cable than what you would normally see. I mean, normally you get these little chintzy thin cables, and you can see it's a lot thicker. So that's good for the extra amperage that's going to run through it. So first, before we even do that, let's take our USB safety adapter and let's just go into a 2.4 amp port and see what we get out of it. 5.06 volts at rest. Let me clear out the other stuff from previous charging. There we go. And plug into my phone. We'll try it in a regular port first. See what it does. And plug it into get out of my contacts. Here, let's turn the screen off momentarily. Plug in. And you can see we have barely any voltage sag. It's running at 4.96 volts at 1.1 amps. And she's charging normally, just like it was a normal cell phone. This is not QC3 or 2 or anything else. This is just, I'm in the middle port right now, so it's just reading regular 5 volt charging. So let's unplug this. Let's go up to the QC3 port. And of course, right now we still see 4.94 volts. It is a little bit lower on the QC3 for some reason. It must have a separate chip, but it won't go up to any higher voltage until it communicates with the phone. And the phone says, hey, I want more power. Get out of the contacts. Keep hitting that button. So let's go ahead and plug in the phone now. Charging. Now it says fast charging, 97%. When the screen goes off, there we go, it jumped. Now it's at the almost 9 volts. And you can see I'm pulling 6 watts right now. 5.9, 5.7. It's not going to pull that much because, as you can tell, my battery's almost charged. It's at 97%. But I've noticed it's kind of interesting. Sometimes, if the screen's off, right now I have the auto on, the always on screen feature, so that's why you still see that on there right now, but it's non-responsive. When the screen is off, it will charge at 9 volts and run itself in QC3 mode. When I turn the screen on, all of a sudden it jumps back down to regular mode. Now I don't know if that's a feature from this or a feature of my phone. I'm thinking it's more so my phone, but as soon as I turn off the screen, she jumps right back in. And at the same time, if you can see the little green light in there? Here, let me turn my phone back on again. See, it went blue again. It went back down to normal mode. Turn the screen back off. Bingo. It went back up to 9 volts and it went to green light again. So it charges great. It does fast charge it. I'm going to give you another option here too. Give me a second. Now here's another thing. If you're in a car and you have the newer phones that also have wireless charging into it, like this one does, I have a wireless holster in my car. I'm going to use the home one because it doesn't really matter which one you use. So I'm going to unplug from here, plug into the back of this house one. You'll see it turns bling, blue, and now it's out because it's not doing anything right now. And we're back down to regular 4 volts. But if I put my phone in the fast charger, it's going to negotiate with it. There we go. Had to have it centered right. Bingo. We went right back up to 9 volts again. I got a blue light on the front here saying that it's quick charging, and I got a green light in here saying that it's quick charging. So this will also work if you plug it into one of your little window mounts that have the wireless charging into it and has a fast charge ability. So it will fast charge your phone as well. So it works great in that aspect. Now after using this for a week in the car, I've had my phone discharged down to about 40% on this phone. And I've let it charge it all the way up to 80%. And this has a 4,000 milliamp hour battery in this phone. It's really big and really hefty. This unit doesn't even get warm, so it's running really efficient, especially when it's charging at 9 volts. So I've never had any problems running it whatsoever. Okay, so apparently I'm not doing the teardown. The only way I'm going to get into this thing, they have this glued so well, will be a destructive teardown, and I really don't want to be destructive to it because I actually want to use this in my car because it's a good product. So anyone who wanted to tear down, I'm sorry, but this thing is heavy. It's definitely got some weight to it, and it's been running great for me for the past week. So sorry, I'll have to tear down the next product. Take it easy.